A new report shows anti-Semitism is reaching record levels in Illinois. The Anti-Defamation League recently released its annual audit showing anti-Semitic incidents increased by nearly 75% from 2022 to 2023. The organization says a lot of it came after Hamas's October 7th attack on an Israeli music festival, the deadliest attack on Jews since the Holocaust. Incidents include assaults, harassment, vandalism, and more.
The Jewish community in Illinois and across the country is experiencing unprecedented levels of anti-Semitism. In the 45 years since ADL began tracking anti-Semitic incidents in 1979, it has never been this bad.
Goldenberg went on to say those numbers likely only show a fraction of the number of incidents because many don't report their encounters with anti-Semitism.